guys, before we get started with this video, I would just like to say if you're enjoying my content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and give that notification bell a big ol' smack for me. It helps the channel out a lot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. So today's not a trolling video, but don't click off. Don't click off. So, as some of you know, I am a massive fan of Mountain Dew. And so much to the point that some of you guys have requested for me to make a Mountain Dew tier list. Because it's not like the Mountain Dew you're thinking of that I'm a huge fan of, like the green Mountain Dew that you see everywhere. That one's okay, but I'm talking about all the different flavors of Mountain Dew that's out there. And I'm not just talking about the Code Red or the Voltage that everybody's seen or the Baja Blast. There's way more than just those. Way more. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over every flavor that I have ever tried, and I am going to score them from 0 to 10. Obviously, 0 being just garbage, and 10 being absolutely fantastic. Now, before we get into this, I just want to go ahead and say that if you are going to try Mountain Dew for the first time, or if you already drink Mountain Dew, I just want to go ahead and say this, that if you're gonna drink this stuff, please do so in moderation, because it is insanely bad for your health. Very, very bad for your health. Soda in general is bad for your health, but I think Mountain Dew, out of all the soda brands, is literally the worst out of all of them, health-wise. It has the most sugar, the most calories, and it's got a lot of caffeine, more than other soda brands. So yes, if you are going to drink Mountain Dew, please do so in moderation. Health is very important. But anyways, with that aside, let's go ahead and let's get started here, shall we? Now, we can't do a Mountain Dew tier list without going over the original, the one that everyone knows, the green one that you see everywhere, that has the classic citrus taste. Now, some people think that this just tastes like battery acid, but I think it's okay. You know, just the regular Mountain Dew is kind of meh for me, so I'm gonna probably give this a 5 or 6 out of 10, so let's say 5.5. Just to give an exact number here. I'll drink it every once in a while, but I try to stick to the 0 sugar of this flavor, because I really don't think it's good enough of a flavor for me to actually put any real sugar in my system for. So, you know, it's alright, but not one that I really drink all that often. Like I said, I'm here for the wacky flavors, and let's go ahead and get into some of them. Next up is Mountain Dew Code Red. Now, this is one that you're going to find pretty easily as well. It is a cherry-flavored Mountain Dew. It's got a very similar cherry flavoring to like what's in a cherry Coke or a cherry Pepsi, except, of course, it's not mixed with Coke or Pepsi. It's really just the straight-up cherry flavoring. And this one easily gets a 1 or 2, so I'm going to say, like, I'll say 2. Because there's other flavors on this tier list that are worse than this one, but this is one that I will never drink. It's just, I've given it many chances, and it's just not good. I know a lot of people like this one, but I'm not one of those people, I'm sorry. Code Red gets a 2. Now we have Mountain Dew Voltage, another very common one. This one is Dew charged with raspberry, citrus, and ginseng. Honestly, I think the ginseng in this overpowers the raspberry citrus a lot. Luckily, I don't mind the ginseng flavor, but I just think it overpowers everything else a little too much. I think they could tone that down a bit so we could taste the other stuff, but other than that, it's a good Mountain Dew. I would give this one a solid 7 out of 10. This flavor you can find in gas stations and grocery stores pretty much everywhere. This next flavor I don't think needs any introduction, Mountain Dew Baja Blast. A former Taco Bell exclusive, now can be found basically anywhere. In grocery stores, convenience stores, gas stations, you name it. If it sells soda, you'll probably find Baja Blast there. At least in certain countries, that is. We're talking about America here mostly. So if you live in like Europe or something, I don't know if Baja Blast is really out there, but most of the flavors I'm going over today are kind of like North America things, so yeah. But anyway, Yeah, Baja Blast is a tropical lime flavored Mountain Dew that I feel like almost everyone loves, and myself included. Now, I think most people put Baja Blast at the very top of their tier lists, but I am going to say this just barely misses the top, so I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Fantastic flavor, but not the tip top of my tier list. Now we move on to Mountain Dew Livewire, an orange-flavored Mountain Dew. Now you would think that this would just be orange soda, basically, but honestly, I think that this is a very different orange flavor than like a Orange Crush or a Orange Fanta. I think this is very unique and in its own league in terms of orange soda. So yeah, it's orange soda, but a different type of orange. So I'm gonna give Livewire the same score that Voltage got, a solid 7 out of 10. All the flavors I've gone through up to this point have been pretty common flavors that probably a lot of people have heard of already. Now we're going to get into the ones that are less common and are probably a lot less heard of by a lot of people, starting with Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. Now, Sweet Lightning is what is known as a franchise-exclusive flavor, which means you can only find this flavor in one place and one place only. And in Sweet Lightning's case, the only place you can find it is KFC restaurants. That's right, if you're not looking in a KFC soda fountain, you're not gonna see a Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. Sweet Lightning is a peach and honey flavored Mountain Dew, and it was specifically designed to blend well with KFC's 11 herbs and spices, so to be the perfect drink with their fried chicken. And it's also a half diet formula, the only flavor left that still does this, where it's half full sugar and half like the diet soda, artificial sugar. So it's got half the calories and half the sugar. So that's a little fun fact about this one. And this is one I definitely get whenever I go to KFC. So I'm gonna have to say this one gets a solid 7 out of 10 as well. I do not go into a KFC and not come out with a Sweet Lightning in my hand. Here's one that I bet almost nobody has heard of, and for good reason. Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash. Now this is another franchise-exclusive flavor, which is why I bet a lot of people haven't heard of it. The one and only place that you can find this flavor is Applebee's restaurants. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't go out of their way to go to an Applebee's. So that's probably why a lot of people haven't heard of this flavor. This is a blue raspberry blackberry flavored Mountain Dew, and it is a midnight blue color. Like, it is very dark blue. And despite it being from Applebee's, this is going to be this video's first 10 out of 10 flavor. Say what you want about Applebee's food, but Dark Berry Bash is absolutely a flavor that I am willing to go eat at an Applebee's in order to be able to drink this drink at. Yes, that made sense, but believe me, it is well worth stopping into an Applebee's. It is fantastic. Now we move on to Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Now this is another franchise exclusive, but it's found in 2 places, not just one. The first place is Circle K gas stations, and any gas station that is owned by the same parent company. You can find it in their soda fountains and in bottle form. Sometimes you can find it in 12-pack can form too, if you're lucky. The other place you can find it is Kroger-owned grocery stores, and there you can definitely find it in 12-pack cans. Now, when you think of a purple drink, you probably think of grape, right? Well, in this case, you're wrong. There's not a hint of grape in Purple Thunder. It is actually a blackberry plum flavored Mountain Dew. Yes, very different. Plum soda. It's very, very different. And I'll tell you what, when I first tried this, I was blown away by how good this one is. It is fantastic. So I am gonna have to go ahead and say that this is another 10 out of 10 flavor. Definitely going to be picking up a Purple Thunder every time I stop into a Circle K. Every time. Next on the list is Mountain Dew Legend. Very unique name. This is another franchise-exclusive flavor that can only be found at Buffalo Wild Wing restaurants. This one is a blackberry lime flavored Mountain Dew with ginger mixed into it. One thing I have noticed, because there are multiple Buffalo Wild Wings around me, some locations have the ginger in it and some don't. So yeah, it's a little weird. So I guess it depends on, your location. It is a straight black color. Like literally the color of black ink. That is the color of Mountain Dew Legend. And this one is pretty good. But I would not rate it as high as Dark Berry Bash or Purple Thunder. So I would have to go ahead and give this one, I know I've been giving this number a lot today, but I'm going to say 7 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Legend. It's a good flavor, but it doesn't match up to Dark Berry Bash or Purple Thunder. But if I'm at a Buffalo Wild Wings restaurant, I'll definitely take Mountain Dew Legend over the regular Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew Thrashed Apple. Now this is a discontinued flavor, which used to be Kroger-owned stores' franchise-exclusive flavor before Purple Thunder took its place. Thrashed Apple was a, you can probably guess, apple-flavored Mountain Dew. Literally, the best way I can describe this flavor is it tastes like an apple Jolly Rancher. So if you've ever had an apple Jolly Rancher in your life, imagine that as a soda flavor. That is what Mountain Dew Thrashed Apple was. It's really unfortunate that this got discontinued, but, Purple Thunder's a really good flavor too. But I'm going to have to go ahead and say that Thrashed Apple is a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. So I'm going to say 8.5. That's what we're going to give Mountain Dew Thrashed Apple. Very good flavor, especially in the fall. Now it's Mountain Dew Overdrive's turn. This is a citrus punch flavored Mountain Dew, but if you want to get even more specific, its artwork depicts mango, raspberry, and lime. Not this piece of artwork that you're looking at on screen, but if you Google it, Mountain Dew Overdrive, you will find mango, raspberry, lime depicted in a lot of the artwork. Now this is another franchise exclusive flavor that can only be found in Casey's gas stations. Now, Casey's is a gas station chain that's only found in the Midwest of the US. That rhymed. So if you're on the East or West Coast, you're not going to find any Casey's gas stations, and so no Mountain Dew Overdrive. But if you ever are in the Midwest, Google and see if there's any Casey's gas stations near you. And if there are, you can go ahead and get some Mountain Dew Overdrive on their soda fountain or in the bottles in their coolers. This one I am going to go ahead and give an 8 out of 10. Because this one it's a very specific combination, but it works. It really does work. So Overdrive gets an 8 out of 10 from old Barney. Now we move on to Mountain Dew Goji Citrus Strawberry. Now this is a fountain exclusive, so you're not going to find this in cans or bottles. It's only found in soda fountains, and there's, from what I understand, not really any pattern on where this flavor can be found. If you look at its wiki page, it just gives you a long list of places that sell it, and the formula is in the name, Goji Citrus Strawberry, so it's really kind of close to like a strawberry lemonade. But Casey's is one of those places that happens to have it. So Casey's has 2 Mountain Dew flavors there. Well, technically 3 if you want to count like the original, or maybe more if they have like Code Red or something. But yeah, they have a lot of Mountain Dew flavors. They got Goji Citrus Strawberry, they got Overdrive, they got the original, and then any other ones they want to add on there. So yeah, a lot of Dew at Casey's gas stations. But back to the scoring, I would easily take an Overdrive over this one if I'm at a Casey's. So I'm going to go ahead and give Goji Citrus Strawberry a 6 out of 10. It's an okay flavor, but I'll take an Overdrive over this one. I don't know why the logo came up this way, but anyway, this is Mountain Dew Game Fuel. Now, Mountain Dew Game Fuel is like, I think it's like a partnership that Mountain Dew does with certain games every year. At least they have since 2023, and I think they did it a few times in years past. I don't know a lot about Game Fuel's history, but the main flavor that Game Fuel came out with was citrus cherry. Specifically, the citrus flavor I think is orange. So it's like an orange cherry flavored Mountain Dew, but it's mostly orange. And this one is a orangish red color, naturally, and I love it. Every time it comes out, I absolutely love it. It only comes out like a couple months in the year. The last couple years, it was in November and December, so I stocked up on this one, and this is going to be another 10 out of 10 flavor for Old Barney. I love citrus cherry, and I heard that later this year in 2025, not only is citrus cherry coming back again, but a zero sugar citrus cherry is coming out, so that's going to be awesome. Oh, jeez, I guess all the Game Fuel's logos are going to come up like this. But anyway, since 2023, when Game Fuel came out yearly, citrus cherry would come out every single year. But there would always be a second flavor that would come out with it, but that would change. In 2024, the flavor that came alongside citrus cherry was citrus blackberry. Now, I was looking forward to this one throughout the entirety of 2024, and I'm just going to say it, this one was a big letdown, because I thought this was going to be a purely blackberry flavored Mountain Dew at first, because it had a different name at first, Midnight Mission, but then they changed it to citrus blackberry. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like a, citrus blackberry, but it's actually citrus raspberry blackberry. And honestly, it tastes too similar to another flavor that we're going to go over later in this video, that is raspberry. And really, all you taste is the raspberry. There's a little bit of blackberry in the background, but it's mostly raspberry. I didn't get any citrus in it, despite the name, so the name is really misleading. Really, it's just raspberry with a hint of blackberry and no citrus. So, yeah, and it was a big letdown. So, with it being so similar to another flavor, and the name really not, accurately describing what it tastes like, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. It's not a bad flavor. Like, raspberry's okay, but I would have much preferred if it was, like it says, citrus blackberry. Or even better, if it was just straight blackberry like we originally thought it was going to be, or at least that I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, it was a pretty big letdown for me. Now it's time for things to get a little cool with Mountain Dew Frostbite. Now, this is another franchise-exclusive flavor that can only be found at Walmart. Yep, Walmart has their own exclusive Mountain Dew flavor, but not for long, because it's been around for a long time, but as of the recording of this video, this flavor is planned to be discontinued in May of 2025. So it's still out now at the time of me recording this, but not for long. So if you want to give this flavor a try, do it now while you still can. From my understanding, it's because either Walmart or PepsiCo doesn't want to renew the contract for the flavor. So, if one of the parties decides to, after this video comes out, re-sign the contract, then it will stay. But as of right now, it is planned to be discontinued in 2025. But as for what it tastes like, you'll notice on the logo it doesn't actually say what it tastes like. It just says naturally and artificially flavored dew. But on one of the old advertisements for the flavor, it says Frostbite is described as a, quote, burst of icy refreshment and cool melon flavor. Now, when they say melon, they don't mean watermelon. It's really hard to put my finger on what it actually tastes like, and a lot of people have a difficult time describing what this tastes like. You really have to, try it to really even understand what it tastes like, but if you've had it, you understand. It's a good flavor, though. It's a very good flavor. It's a blue-colored Mountain Dew, too. I've never seen a melon that is blue in my life. But yeah, it's a very, very good flavor. Whenever I go to Walmart, I always pick one up. You can get it in 12-pack cans, 6-pack bottles, and in the coolers at checkout, like the single bottles, at least for now. But as for the ranking for this flavor, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. It's a very good flavor, and I'm gonna miss it when it goes. Very much gonna miss it. Mountain Dew Flamin Hot. Now, this was a flavor that had a limited time release a couple years ago, and it is described as dew with a blast of heat and citrus. On the picture, it had lime on it. You don't see it in this logo, but trust me, it had lime on it. So it was like a lime heat. I got one can of this off of a market because I tried it after it got discontinued, and it was one can too many. It is disgusting. A soda should not be spicy. I don't know who up there at PepsiCo thought this was going to be a good idea. So let me just save you some time and say it's gross. It's 0 out of 10. Absolutely disgusting, and I hope it never comes back again. For the past several years, every spring, Mountain Dew would release a couple Baja Blast spin-off flavors. Now, I don't know if this means that there's like a tiny bit of Baja Blast mixed into each flavor, or if it's just like supposed to be like Baja, like tropical style, because they all were kind of tropical style drinks. And one of those spin-offs was in 2023 with Baja Caribbean Splash, which is a guava flavored Mountain Dew. I had this one once and it sucked. I did not like it at all. 1 out of 10 for Baja Caribbean Splash. The other Baja spinoff that came out in 2023 was Baja Passion Fruit Punch, which you can probably guess what it tasted like. Passion fruit. And this one was easily the better of the two Baja spinoff flavors that year. I only had it a couple times, but the few times that I did have it, it was actually pretty decent. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this one gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Not a bad flavor, but honestly, I don't miss it all that much. One of the two Baja spin-off flavors of 2024 was Baja Laguna Lemonade, which was a mango lemonade flavored Mountain Dew. And this one, oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved Baja Laguna Lemonade. It was a perfect tropical drink. The mango was really, really strong. I really didn't get all that much lemon. I mean, it was there, but mango was definitely the star of the show in Baja Laguna Lemonade. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a solid 8 out of 10. This one I do miss a little bit, and I wish would come back. The other Baja spinoff that came out in 2024 was Baja Point Break Punch. Now, the tagline just says Tropical Punch, but you can see in the picture, it shows pineapple, I think that's a raspberry, and cherry. And honestly, despite the tagline saying natural and artificial flavor, the flavor was overwhelmingly natural. Like, it almost was uncanny how natural the pineapple, the cherry, the raspberry was. It tasted like the actual fruit juices. Like, I didn't taste anything artificial. Like, it almost threw me off a little bit when I first smelled it, and I got that massive blast of, like, natural fruit smells and then the natural fruit flavors. I didn't really know what to think of it. At first, I didn't really like it because I was like, dude, this is, like, too natural. Like, I came to get kind of a mix of natural and artificial flavors, but it kind of did grow on me. But I think that Laguna Lemonade is a little better than this one, so I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I know I've been giving that number a lot today, but I think Laguna Lemonade's a little bit higher than this one. But this one's still pretty good, and I do miss this one a little bit as well. While we're on the topic of flavors that came out in specific years, the flavor that came alongside Citrus Cherry in the Game Fuel promotion of 2023 was known as Mystic Punch. The tagline just says Fruit Punch, but it isn't like the red fruit punch you're thinking of. It was a purple fruit punch, but honestly, it tastes almost identical to Baja Passion Fruit Punch, which literally came out in the same summer. In 2023, it just tastes like the same flavor, given a new name and, you know, put under the Game Fuel logo. So, honestly, even though it tastes good, it's really almost exactly the same flavor. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to go ahead and give it the same 6 out of 10 rating that Baja Passion Fruit Punch got. Now we move on to Mountain Dew Maui Burst, which is a pineapple-flavored Mountain Dew, and it's another franchise-exclusive flavor. Yeah, there's a lot of franchise exclusives, and the only place you can find this one is in Dollar General stores. That's right, Dollar General. It's specifically Dollar General, so not Dollar Tree or any of those other dollar stores. Dollar General. Got it? Got it. And it's really, just pineapple soda, really, that's what it is. I've actually compared it to, like, Pineapple Fanta and Pineapple Crush, and it's very close to the same thing, so there's really nothing special about it. It's just pineapple soda with the Mountain Dew logo on it and given a different name, Maui Burst, to be honest with you. So really, I would just grab a pineapple Fanta. The only reason I would pick this one up is if I happened to be in a Dollar General store and I saw it and I'd be like, okay, might as well, just so I can say I picked up a Mountain Dew Maui Burst. But now, even though I do enjoy a good pineapple soda, just the fact that it's no different than any other pineapple soda, I'm going to have to give this one a pretty low rating and give this one a 4 out of 10. Just because of the fact that it's just not any different than any other pineapple soda. I think that they need to remake this flavor and make it kind of like how they did with Livewire, where Livewire is, yeah, still just an orange soda, but in terms of its orange flavor, it's different than any other orange soda. It's in its own league. So I think that Dollar General or PepsiCo needs to consider remaking this flavor. The legendary Mountain Dew Pitch Black. Now, this one originally was a Halloween flavor, I believe, that was out in stores. Then it was pulled. And then, if I remember correctly, there was like some kind of vote among the fans that Mountain Dew started about, what flavor to bring back. And Pitch Black ran up against Baja Blast, and Baja Blast won. And so Pitch Black stayed, eliminated and not out on shelves. But Pitch Black does occasionally make a comeback, like last year in 2024 when the solar eclipse happened in the United States. They gave out a couple bottles of Pitch Black to a few people, and I actually was one of those people. I actually won a bottle of Pitch Black. It was cool. And Pitch Black actually became a fountain exclusive at 7-Eleven and Speedway gas stations recently. So if you want to try this flavor out, go to a 7-Eleven or Speedway gas station. You'll find it in their soda fountains. But it is a grape citrus flavored Mountain Dew. And despite it being called Pitch Black, it is a dark color, but it is not like the darkest colored Mountain Dew. That title belongs to Mountain Dew Legend, which we went over earlier, but it is still a very dark color, like a dark purple color. Now, to give this one a score, man, earlier in this video, I was giving out a lot of 7s. Now I'm giving out a lot of 6s. This gets a 6 out of 10. I would even say 6.5 because I think it's a little bit better than Passion Fruit Punch. So I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Pitch Black from Old Barney. Mountain Dew Spark. Now, this flavor will always hold a special place in my heart because it was the first Mountain Dew flavor I ever tried, before the original even, and it is a raspberry lemonade flavored Mountain Dew. I believe originally it was a Speedway exclusive, but then it became, a flavor you find anywhere in like grocery stores and gas stations and stuff. And honestly, it just tastes like a carbonated raspberry lemonade. Not really anything special about it. I thought it was awesome at first, but then I realized when I tasted other flavors of Mountain Dew that are way better that, yeah, it's just carbonated raspberry lemonade. So this one, I'm going to have to say, gets a 3 out of 10 from Barney. And this is also the flavor I talked about earlier when we went over citrus blackberry that it tastes familiar to, because Spark came out long before Citrus Blackberry, and then when Citrus Blackberry came out and all I could really taste was raspberry, this is the flavor I thought of. It tastes almost exactly like Spark, only Spark doesn't have that hint of blackberry in the background, and Spark's not a very, good flavor to me, so naturally Citrus Blackberry is not that great either. So yeah, 3 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Spark. Next up is Mountain Dew Major Melon, a watermelon flavored Mountain Dew, if it wasn't already obvious by the name. And it really is just a watermelon soda, and it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It's a nice flavor to have in the summer, that's for sure. There used to be a zero sugar Major Melon that I used to drink all the time, but that got pulled, and actually Major Melon itself is being pulled as a whole pretty soon. Same with Spark. I forgot to go over that when we went over Spark, but yeah, Spark's being pulled and so is Major Melon. So if you want to try either of those flavors, do so now because they're going to be gone pretty soon. But if I were to give Major Melon a score, it's not bad. I would probably give it a 5 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Major Melon. Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. Now this one I got to try right as it was on its way out in summer of 2023. and this one just tastes like a bomb pop. You know those red, white, and blue popsicles? You know, like the cherry, lemon, or lime, and blue raspberry popsicles? That is what Mountain Dew Summer Freeze tastes like. And it's unfortunate that I only got to try it a couple times when it was on its way out last time it came out. But luckily, in 2025, it is making a comeback. At least at the time of this video, it is making a comeback. So in summer of 2025, we can expect Summer Freeze to return in all of its glory, alongside its zero sugar variant. So that's gonna be fantastic for me, and fantastic for anybody who didn't get to try it last time. But as for a score for Mountain Dew Summer Freeze, this one's pretty easy for me. 9 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. I cannot wait to just pound down those zero sugar Summer Freezes in summer of 2025. And I'll get a few full sugar ones too, because, you know, why not? But yeah, 9 out of 10 for Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. Can't wait to see it come back. From 2019 through 2024, every Halloween, Mountain Dew would come out with what was known as a Voodoo flavor, which was a mystery-flavored Mountain Dew, and it would remain a mystery until right around Halloween night, when the official Mountain Dew Twitter account would reveal what the flavor was. Until then, people had to guess on what it was. But it wasn't until 2023 that they would actually partner with any actual name brands. So in 2022, the flavor was revealed to just be sour candy flavored, and so that's exactly what it was. It was like a sour flavored Mountain Dew. And it was not bad. I would probably give this one a 5 out of 10. It was alright, but I would say that the other Voodoos that came after it were far superior. Speaking of which, let's talk about the ones that came after it. Voodoo 2023. Now, this was the flavor that had an official partnership with an actual candy brand. And that candy brand that year was Cherry Airheads. And I loved it. I thought that this was awesome. I remember stocking up on this flavor after Halloween night passed and I knew it was going to be discontinued. I stocked up on the zero sugar Voodoos and I conserved them. I remember these lasting until like literally next Halloween. That's how much I conserved them and how much I bought, knowing it was going to go out of style. So I'm going to give this one a 8 out of 10. I loved it. I think that this was a awesome flavor. I don't know if they're ever going to bring it back. Probably not, but hey, it was fun while it lasted. Now we move on to the final Voodoo, last year's Voodoo, Voodoo 2024. Now we originally thought that this was going to be an official partnership again. We thought it was going to be Strawberry Starbursts. That's what the leaks were looking like. But when it came out, you know, the flavor, it was just described as like strawberry candies, but it's basically Strawberry Starbursts. So this one I think was not quite as good as the previous Voodoo, but it wasn't bad. So I'm going to probably, funny enough, give Voodoo 6 a 6 out of 10. Next on the list is Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl. Now this is a flavor that came out last year, the newest of the franchise exclusive flavors, at least at the time of me recording this video. This one can only be found at 7-Eleven and Speedway gas stations. It is a pineapple berry flavored Mountain Dew. It's pineapple, but yet it's light blue. And it's not because the berry is blueberry, trust me, that's not the reason why, or blue raspberry or anything. I think it's actually strawberry. I believe it is pineapple strawberry, so I don't know why it's light blue, but hey, I don't make the decisions over there at PepsiCo. So I went and tried it, and honestly, it's almost entirely pineapple. There is a little bit of berry in the background, but it's mostly pineapple. It's almost just like Maui Burst with a little bit of berry in the background. So honestly, if I'm gonna score this one, I'm just gonna make it a little higher than Maui Burst because it's got that berry in the background, which makes it a little bit better. So Maui Burst got a 4, so I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 10. A little bit better than Maui Burst, but honestly, I'm not going to go out of my way to find this flavor. I don't even get it when I go into a 7-Eleven. I'd rather get the pitch black on the fountain, so yeah, I almost never get this flavor. We're getting around to the end here, guys, don't worry. Next up is Mountain Dew Liberty Chill, formerly known as Mountain Dew Liberty Brew. Now, this would come out for the 4th of July in America, so right around June, July, and you read that tagline right. It was 50 flavors in one dew. Just like how there's 50 states in America, there's 50 flavors inside this Mountain Dew flavor. So what does it taste like? Well, the best way I can describe it is, you know those bags of fruity gummies that are all like assorted fruit flavors? Imagine all those fruity gummy flavors mashed together. That is what Mountain Dew Liberty Brew or Liberty Chill tastes like. As for the color, it's blue. Now, if I were to give this one a score, I would have to say like 8.5. It's actually really, really, really good. Now, when this was known as Mountain Dew Liberty Brew and came out years ago for the 4th of July, it would come out by itself. But in 2024, when it was, named as Liberty Chill, it came out alongside 2 other completely new flavors. Liberty Chill is blue, so they decided to come out with 2 other flavors that were red and white. So there'd be a red, white, and blue flavor for the 4th of July in 2024. So let's go over those flavors. The red of the red, white, and blue flavors was Mountain Dew Star Spangled Splash, which was a red berry flavored Mountain Dew, specifically strawberry raspberry. And honestly, it tasted like a Swedish fish. It was actually pretty dang good. If Liberty Chill was 8.5, I would say this one was a 7. This was a pretty dang good flavor. But I would have to say probably the weakest out of the 3 flavors. So if you know the weakest is getting a 7, yeah, this was a good trio. The white of the red, white, and blue trio was Mountain Dew Freedom Fusion, which was a peach lemonade flavored Mountain Dew. And much like Baja Point Break Punch, this one was super natural. When you smelled and tasted it, it smelled and tasted genuinely just like a lemonade you would get off of a lemonade stand. It was that natural. Like, it tasted like real lemon juice and honestly a lot like real peaches. It was fantastic, the natural flavors of this one. So this one gets an 8 out of 10 from Old Barney. Loved Mountain Dew Freedom Fusion. The 3 flavors that got a 10 out of 10 score were Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Cherry, the Applebee's exclusive Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash, and the Circle K/Kroger exclusive Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. But which of these 3 do I think is the best? What is the best 10 out of 10 flavor? These are all awesome flavors, but which of these 3 do I think's the best? Well, I'm gonna have to say one that I think isn't the best out of the 3 is Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. I don't think that Purple Thunder beats out Dark Berry Bash or Citrus Cherry. So now that Purple Thunder has been eliminated, it's now between Citrus Cherry and Dark Berry Bash. Oh, this is a very tough decision. These are both amazing flavors, but both very, very different. Citrus Cherry is, of course, citrusy with cherry. Dark Berry Bash is a sweet berry flavor, so they're not similar at all. However, it is a very close fight. Very close fight. But if I had to choose which of these 2 wins my number 1 pick for my favorite Mountain Dew flavor, it will have to go to the Applebee's exclusive Dark Berry Bash. It's just so simple, yet, in my opinion, so amazing. Despite it being from Applebee's. I can't believe I'm saying, like, my favorite drink ever comes from Applebee's. People are gonna look at me funny when I say that, and they're gonna be like, really, dude? Your taste is that plain? No, you need to try this flavor to understand, man. Now, of course, this is just my opinion, other people will probably put Baja Blast as their favorite flavor, but, me, Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash, with Citrus Cherry very close behind, but Dark Berry Bash takes the gold medal for sure for me. The Blackberry Blue Raspberry flavored Mountain Dew that is just midnight blue and unfortunately can only be found in Applebee's restaurants. So yeah, Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash is the certified favorite flavor of Barney Hunter 12. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my Mountain Dew tier list. Now, of course, new flavors are going to come out in the future after this video comes out, so maybe what I'll do in the future is I'll make videos going over me trying them for the first time. That might be something I might start doing. Let me know if you want me to start doing that in the comment section below. But anyway, it is time for some more shoutouts to our Barista Bashers. If you would like to become a Barista Basher and get exclusive shoutouts in my videos, or if you would like to get access to my private Discord server, go ahead and press the join button next to my name. And if you are trying to join my Discord, make sure that your YouTube account is connected to your Discord account. Alright, here we go.
Super Danilla, Halting Thomas 10, Geep Ugly, Fierce Street Lover, Victor Lee, Super Alex Gamer Pro, Warrior, Uriah Uranus, Shelby, Clicks Main, oh Shelby, I'm sorry, I said that weird. Shelby, Clicks Main, Carl, The Whistle, Yellow Bucket, That's, you didn't confuse me that time. Elevators of Ohio, Lily, Hazardous Environment Conditions, Kingston, Dude, That's Wild, Scale, Sky Dragon, BBE Unlimited, Jet, Kitten 983, Alex 21, Bandu was here, Ish, I ate a lollipop and it tasted like feet, 5 past 9, Gunner Noob 698, Says Who KK, Retro Monkey, Dark to Player, Wet Napkin Parts, Rose, Athena Plays, Big Buff, Terrific Trolling, Kiwini, Sumar, Yoshizawa, Magic, Kaylee, Jules Plays, Roblox, Matthew Ron, 1012 YouTube, Frost is Epic, The Retro Blocks and Newbie, Sauls, Pezel, I have rebranded, Average Cousin Fan, Jet Mando, Patre, Yay, TMGC, XP Fireplace, Eli Plays Games Y, Cats, Zin, Schoolgirl Place Y, your local executive, Mr. Leon Swag, I can't say this word without biting my tongue, ABXI, I gamble for Pixel Pets and Pets99, J Sucks, Canadian Cannon, Teculus 40, Super, Tomato Roblox, Xbox User, Pretty Troll Barney, Gone, Stitchy, Echo, Beta Fish, J Ronnie, Pink Blocks on YouTube, Dorian TM, Cuban, Walker, Luca TDA, Expections, Admin House Official, Dexa, and Gamer Griff. Thank you to all of our Barista Bashers.